Hey Tulu. Okay, no problem. See you in store. Let's just let them know you saw it on the stream. They'll know what you're talking about. Okay. Sure, Buffett. Remember, if I don't get to you in terms of your date of birth, you can also go and do this calculation. I'm teaching you. This is why I'm showing you the process of how to do it. We're talking about the life path number, right? Let me maybe explain in depth what the life path number is. So as the term suggests, the life path. So in this lifetime that we're in, what type of trajectory long term will best align with us. Now the numbers, the shape of the numbers, like I said, showcase this trajectory. This is how I like to break down the numbers and interpret the numbers. There are a lot of interpretations online, right, where they'll tell you about the personality traits of these people and so on and so on. But that's so nuanced because while I'm a life path 8, I'm a Gemini and I'm a Taurus. You understand? Gemini, Sun, Taurus, Moon. You understand? So it's like, and then there are other life path 8s who are different, also like astrological signs. So it's quite complex, this thing, when we think about it. But the numbers, now they give a trajectory of where you're going, right? So that you can best align with the things that will best work for you based on your lifetime trajectory. A lot of you are not finding fulfillment because you're in a space that doesn't work best for you, right? Okay. Dennis Grief, he wants to know what his life path number is. What's up, Dennis? Hope you're good, man. You're born 1984, 04, 06. Okay. 1984, 04, 06. Okay. Let's show he's on screen here. Okay, there we go. So Dennis is born 1984, 04, 06. So 3 plus 2. So that 32 is his what? Gift number, right? So something at 32 transitional happened for him, if he remembers. Like what was the major thing happening in and around his life at that time, right? Cool. 3 plus 2 is 5, right? So his life path number is 5. What is the 5 about? The 5 for me, I feel, is like the shape of the 5 is like an S if you think about it, right? So he must be in flow with the curve of life, meaning sometimes we feel like we want to go in this direction when the energies are saying, no, let's go in this direction, you know? So this means letting go of control. These people have to operate under context of letting go of control, right? When they express, sometimes they say the 5s, but I get it because the 5 is curvy. They say the 5s are the people who are beautiful, right? The people who express outwardly beauty. But I feel also beauty is also as an internal vibration. And when you're in sync, and ukanya, this is why gunale mithi leyo yokugeza to synchronize your aura so it amplifies in such a way that you express the highest version of yourself, you know, so that when people feel your light, they really feel you. Uyathandeka. You'll see this on Iwasho. One of the descriptions will be Uyathandeka. You'll be lovable. Not in a narcissistic sense, but just you'll carry an energy that people resonate and are willing to open up to. Because some people have the challenge, they are closed by what? This dark cloud that they carry. Banestina, right? They've got this, like, just everywhere they go, they just instigate conflict, unnecessary, right? Okay, cool. So the S's, like I said, have to move with the flow of life. Now, also I feel because of the positioning of the number in the number sequence, it's right in the middle. Again, if we include 0, I always include 0. There is a source point. Some numerologists will say, no, they don't include 0. There is a source point to everything, right? There is a source point. This is why we say we are communicating to source. We're tapping into source. You know, the spiritual space, they always say that. We're tapping into source. So 0 is the source, and then 9. That makes 10 digits. Now at 5, it's like right in the middle. These people tend to have that trajectory where they'll have now a situation where it's either they go back or they go forward because of the position their number carries. Their number is in the middle. They can regress and say, nah, the direction I'm on is not serving me. And then totally change directions and go back. And go back how? Perhaps tapping into past life things from their bloodline that says, hey, we did this as a family, and this is what we were using to put money on the table for our family and bread on the table for the family. Now, if you realign with that type of energy, it will serve you. You understand? We look at the numbers from that context, I feel, as a 5. Dennis, I don't know if you relate with this, but if you do, that's what I feel. 5s are about. 5s need to move with the flow of the energy. They need to allow things to happen. Now you tend to have now the problem with control. So this can mean anxiety, you know, those sort of challenges. Where it's like, no, just allow things to, because the universe needs to test you, vale, right? Bravery not tested is not bravery. It's just saying you're brave. You know what I mean? If you've never been tested, you know what I mean? You have to be tested. Let's push Lebo onto the screen. She's born 2205, 1973. Okay, cool. Let's block it here, Lebo. 2205, 1973. Plus 5, plus 1, plus 9, plus 7, plus 3. Okay. She's an 11. Let's see. Yeah. Okay, give the numbers, Lebo. She's born 2205, 1973. That reduces to 29, right? Like we said, that 29 is your gift number. So something transitional in your life happened at that time. No? Something major happened in your life at that time. Right? Then 2 plus 9 is 11. So we've spoken about the life path 11 earlier, right? The prophet, the master number 11, the individual who must have a one-on-one conversation with themselves from a spiritual context. So they tend to have a life of challenge, test, right? And tests that no one can really help you with them. You have to face them. It's a one-on-one battle with yourself. But then once you've conquered the battle, you then become the prophet. You then become the teacher, imparting in one-on-one engagements. You tend to be that person that people confide in when it comes to very difficult challenges that they are having, because you have that one-on-one empathy aspect about you, you know. This is the life path 11, right? Let's see here. Let's see. Can you clarify? You mentioned gift number, life path, and what are the rest, and how are they linked to date of birth? Yeah, there's quite a few. So I think because the conversation continues, right? Let's really zone in on life path number. I want your mind to sit in on that idea for now, so that we can then expand from there, because this thing is deep. You know what I mean? This thing is ultra deep. It's deep. You know, you can tell the energy that they will carry, just the date. Like today, it's what? In 0309 2024, it's the 3rd today, nah? Yeah, so like we said, this is a good day for the speakers. This is a good day for expression. So there might be communication things that are happening in and around you where you're getting revelations on certain things. On the 3rd, right? 3. This is where you might be reflecting on things of the past, nostalgia. I get past, present, future. You might be having like futuristic ideas. Okay. So this is a good day to tap into that type of energy. All right. So it gets deep like that. This is what I mean. Once you really like look into the numbers and see how you can then navigate with the numbers day in and out, picking specific days to do certain things based on the number, and then praying about it, because you must action the intention through prayer. Right? There's a video of mine where we spoke about that so deeply. You must action the intention through prayer. Right? The thought. God actioned the thought through prayer. How? Let there be land, let there be light. This is prayer. You know, we are instructing, we are commanding the creation of our manifestations. But remember, you must be in alignment, in tune, so that you can, you know, express this expression. Because some of you now think that, okay, just because you hold the thought in the moment, but if it doesn't match your vibration, it's not going to happen. It must match your vibration. Alright? So anyway, life path number today, the long-term trajectory of where we are going. Alright? And what will best align with you based on the numbers. So you can go do the research and read the generic information. What does it do? It reinvokes the epigenetic memory, because we know this stuff about ourselves. The soul chose the moment. It was very specific about the moment. I will be born on this date between these two parents. You understand? How do we see this? We see this in the fight that souls of aborted kids have when they are fighting for attention from their parents. You blocked me from expressing my purpose. Right? They feel like that. Everything was planned out, and then boom, cut. Right? That detail is very important. So anyway, you can go read the information. Once having read the information, it goes also later this thing inside you, and we can keep coming to have this conversation. We can keep pushing the agenda, yeah? How we can use the numbers to find ourselves, because everyone has that question of purpose. And then also it mixes into our overarching topic, self-initiation, right? The first step to self-initiating is that you must invoke certain epigenetic memory. So what do? There's practical rituals that are done. If we look at Ubungoma, there are rituals that are done, right? But now the self-initiate must embark on rituals that they discover themselves, right? They must ritualize their art of prayer, their art of engagement with their people. They must understand the science behind how everything they are doing comes together to form this body of work that serves now your unique gift or calling or whatever it is, right? So now the numbers can bring us closer. Like I said, the 11s are the prophets. So now what do the people do? They start to ask themselves questions, and they start to look at their life. Is it true? Am I a prophet? By prophet, I don't mean prophet yasesontweni. Right? Let's not box this thing in. Who said a prophet is umuntu wasesontweni? There are so many things we need prophecies on, revelations on, you know? Deep things that take us somewhere. Right, anyway, it's 10:44 now. We have to go, unfortunately. Hope everyone who is looking to understand their life path number, what it means, feels that they are connected in that sense. No? Unfortunately, we couldn't take all the questions we know. So please bear with us. There's quite a lot of questions around this topic. So we'll be back on this topic again next week, right? On the same day. So each day has a set topic that we discuss. Today we're talking self-initiation and numerology. Specifically, the topic was the life path number. Right? We had a few technicals, but thank you for your patience. We have quite a few people watching. 44 to be exact, right? Now that number should tell you something. The master number 44, All right. What is the 4? The 4 is the number of crossroads. So whatever direction you will take, it will always take you in the same direction, right? Wherever start point you have, it will always. So if you and someone are at loggerheads on the 4th, let's say something happens between you and someone on the 4th, conflict based, just know it's always going to come back. Lesatlo. Baba. So prepare for that moment, isn't it? All right. Sharp buffet.